Hello and welcome my dear friends and students. Now today's video is about the concept of conical pendulum, and I am going to derive the expression for angular speed, period and the frequency of a conical pendulum. So now first of all, let us consider what do you mean by conical pendulum. Now in order to explain what do you mean by conical pendulum, first of all you must know the concept of simple pendulum. In order to understand what do you mean by conical pendulum, you must know the concept of simple pendulum. When the concept of simple pendulum is put theoretically, then it has given the name as ideal simple pendulum. Now what do you mean by ideal simple pendulum? Simply when a heavy point mass, suspended by weightless and inextensible string to the rigid support, and when that heavy point mass oscillate about its mean position, then it is called as ideal simple pendulum. But in practice, this ideal simple pendulum cannot be used because heavy point mass cannot exist as well as weightless string cannot exist. So that's why in order to use this concept in a practical way, two modification done. That is, here we consider, that is the point mass. Instead of point mass, we have to consider that is heavy body, that is the bob, suspended by a lightweight and inextensible. Instead of weightless, you have to use the word lightweight and inextensible string. And when it is oscillate about its mean position, then it is called as a simple pendulum. It means simple pendulum is made up of one heavy bob, that is a metal sphere, suspended with the help of string which is light in weight, and the inextensible. Inextensible means there is no change in its length during the motion, that is the inextensible. So when this heavy bob, that is metal sphere, suspended with the help of string which is light in weight and inextensible, and when it oscillates about its mean position or perform the to and fro motion about its mean position, then this concept is called as simple pendulum. Now came to the point, what do you mean by conical pendulum? Now conical pendulum is also a special type of simple pendulum, in which again we have to consider one heavy bob, that is the metal sphere, suspended by lightweight and inextensible string. It is suspended to the rigid support, and this heavy bob metal sphere perform the motion in such a way that heavy metal bob perform the horizontal circular motion, and at the same time this string that will form the geometrical shape of cone, that will form the here conical path. That's why this complete system is called as a conical pendulum. Let us repeat it. When a heavy metal bob suspended by lightweight and inextensible string to the rigid support, and when this heavy bob start revolving in a horizontal circle, so during the motion of that heavy bob, this string form the shape of cone. That's why this complete system is called as a conical pendulum. So if you want to define the conical pendulum, then you can define like this: a small heavy bob suspended by lightweight and inextensible string. You have to consider heavy bob, that is the metal sphere, which is suspended by a particular string which is light in weight and inextensible. It is connected or suspended to the rigid support, and this metal sphere now revolve in a horizontal circle again with the uniform speed, so that this string form the shape of cone. That is, complete system is called as the conical pendulum. So this is the simple definition of conical pendulum. Let us repeat again. A small heavy bob suspended by lightweight and inextensible string to the rigid support, and when that metal bob revolve in a horizontal circle with the constant speed, then it is called as a conical pendulum. Now here we have to find the expression for angular speed, and from that expression we can easily find out the expression for period and the expression for frequency. Now first of all, let us derive the expression for angular speed of the conical pendulum. Now for that you have to concentrate on this figure. I consider here the string which is light in. Now here we have to consider one metal sphere that is suspended to the rigid support with the help of this string. We have to consider the two positions of that heavy body, that is the metal sphere, that is O is the main position and P be the any position, which is now considered as a extreme position. Now when this metal sphere is at mean position, that is at a O, then in that case what will be the weight of that metal sphere, that is the mg, which is acting in downward direction, that is totally balanced by one type of force which is set up inside the string along its length, which is called as a tension. When this metal sphere is at mean position, then its weight is acted in vertically downward direction, which is given by mg, and to balance the weight of that metal sphere, a one type of force set up in a string along its length, which is called as the tension. But when we displace that metal sphere to the position P at any instant, let P be the position of that metal sphere. Now at this stage, here whatever the tension set up in the string, that is in inclined direction. That's why here this tension is divided again into the two components as T dash cos theta and T dash sin theta. Now let us derive the expression for angular speed. For that we have to concentrate on that particular figure. Here we write certain notation. So let us consider that notation. First of all, consider S, that is the point of suspension, O be the main position of that heavy bob, that is the metal sphere, P be the any position of that metal sphere. Now here we have to define also L, H and the R. Now this L is called as the length of pendulum or called as the slant height. This H is called as the axial height or perpendicular height, and this R is called as the radius of the circular path followed by that metal sphere. Now let us start how to obtain the expression for angular speed. So for that you have to consider a metal sphere suspended with the help of string and revolve in a horizontal circle. Let P be the any position of that metal sphere. You have to mention the notation H, L, R, S, then theta and the T dash. Here theta is the angle made by the string with the vertical when the bob is at present at a position P. Now here consider when the metal sphere is at P, then the weight is exactly acting downward direction, which I show here. This is the weight of metal sphere which is acting in downward direction. Now here, in order to balance that weight, we have to consider the two components of the tension. So when metal sphere is at P, the two forces acting on the metal sphere, that is the weight of bob or metal sphere, and second one, tension. Now as tension is in inclined direction, therefore it is split up into two components, that is T dash cos theta and T dash sin theta. Now from the figure it is very clear that this component of tension T dash cos theta acting vertically upward and weight acting in downward direction. Now this weight of the metal bob is balanced by this component, that's why right here T dash cos theta equal to mg. This will be our first equation. And this component T dash sin theta that provide the necessary centripetal force for the motion of that metal sphere. So that's why you have to write here T dash sin theta equal to centripetal force. Now you have to put the proper value for the centripetal force. You have to find the angular speed. So that's why you have to put the value of centripetal force as a mr omega square. So that will be our equation number 2. So these are the two very important equations with the help of which we can easily derive the expression for the angular speed. Let us see here again. At a position P, now this tension is in inclined direction. That's why it is split up into two components, that is T dash cos theta and T dash sin theta. The function of T dash cos theta is to balance the weight, and the function of T dash sin theta is to provide the necessary centripetal force. Now considering equation 2 divided by 1. Equation 2 is T dash sin theta upon T dash cos theta equal to mr omega square upon mg. Now we can cancel this T dash m sin upon cos, that is nothing but the tan. So we write here tan theta equal to r omega square upon g. So here we write here g tan theta upon r equal to omega square, and therefore under root of g tan theta upon r equal to omega. So this will be the first form of our required expression, that is expression for the angular speed. Now in order to express the same expression in a different form, we have to consider this figure. Now we can find the value of tan theta as tan theta equal to, that is opposite upon adjacent, that is r by h. If we put this value in this expression, then we can write g into r by h upon r equal to omega. You can cancel r. So under root of g by h equal to omega. So this is the second form of a expression for angular speed. We can also put the value of r and the tan theta. If we write the value of r from the same figure, if you consider sin theta, then it is opposite upon hypotenuse. If you consider the cos, then it is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Now if I write here the value, that is under root of g, the value of tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta, and the value of r, as a L sin theta. The value of r you can write as 1 upon here L sin theta equal to omega. Now you can cancel this sin theta. Here omega equal to what? G upon L cos theta. So these are the three forms of the angular speed. The first form is omega equal to under root of G tan theta upon r. Second form is omega equal to under root of G by h. And third form under root of G upon L cos theta. Now here from this angular speed we have to obtain the expression for period.